Hey, happy Friday, and welcome to episode 15 of the Tyrannosaurus Anton blog. As always, I'm Tyrannosaurus Anton, and this week I'm going to be starting something a little bit new in my blog that will happen later on. First off, though, I want to talk about the movie Hachi. I recently picked this up. Fantastic film, based on a true story. Now, of course, since this is more Hollywood, obviously, things have been changed from the original story. But the premise is basically a professor finds this lost Akita puppy one day at the train station, ends up taking it in. They become the best of friends. It's an interesting story. It's about loyalty, really. I think it's the main kind of core element to the story there. But it's based on a true story where in Japan, at Shibuya Station, there was a professor, same sort of deal, found an Akita puppy, started taking care of it, and the dog would follow him to the train station every day, and it would wait for him there. And when he got back from the university where he was teaching, the dog would always be there waiting for him. The dog, of course, was named Hachi or Hachiko. Now, sad story, unfortunately the professor died one day on the campus, so he never came home, and the dog would just sit there and wait. He would go back every day to the station to wait for him, and ended up waiting every day for 9 years. The people were so impressed by the dog's loyalty that they actually put up a statue of him at Shibuya Station, and it's there to this day. I was in Japan last spring, and I actually got to go to Shibuya Station and see the statue. It's one of the probably the most popular meeting places at Shibuya Station, but it's an incredible story. The movie is definitely pretty sad, obviously. Not gonna lie, I was a little misty-eyed towards the end, but fantastic film. I do recommend checking it out, especially if you like that kind of stuff. If you're someone who's really sensitive, to animals and things like that, maybe not watch this one. You kind of got the gist of the story from just what I've been saying. But if you don't mind that sort of thing too much, then definitely check it out. So this week in my blog, trying something else a little bit new here. Normally I'm always talking about new music and stuff that's coming out. I haven't really picked up anything new lately in the past little while. Anything new that I've picked up I've already talked about. So I've decided to go back through my collection and kind of, pick out, older albums, stuff that I really like that maybe not everyone has heard of. So starting with A, this week I want to talk about Alien Ant Farm's second album, Anthology. And, these guys kind of get a bad rap. The only songs I think people ever remember from them are off this album, and it's their cover of Michael Jackson's, what was it? Smooth Criminal, right. So, there's that, and then Movies was the other single off this album. I think those are the only two songs that people remember, but it's a fantastic album. Honestly, I don't love every single track on there, but most of them are great. Ones you definitely need to check out, though, are Stranded and Summer. Those songs are amazing. And it's sad that people only remember, Alien Ant Farm for Smooth Criminal. And that's also their second album. They had an album before that, and they had two albums after this one. And the albums after this one, I think, are even better. Truant and Up in the Attic, both great albums. Now, there's rumors right now that the band is back together. They are working on new material. However, unfortunately, a few years back, when they were touring for their second album, they were in a bus crash. Their guitarist, suffered some injuries, so he can't play the way that he used to. So, it's really hard for them to keep writing new music and to keep touring and stuff like that. But check out Anthology. Seriously, great album. Definitely recommend it. One of my favorites. It's in my collection. If it's in my CDs, it's going to be good. Trust me. Another interesting thing, Bluesfest. I just found out that Lupe Fiasco is going to be there. I was talking about his album, in one of my earlier blog entries. This is his latest one, Lasers. But I'm a huge fan of Lupe. I'm really excited to be able to see him at Bluesfest. I mean, that's something really awesome. Some other cool acts that were added to the list that I, recently checked. I saw Metrics on there, second year in a row. That's great. I'm going to probably go see them because I haven't seen them live yet, and I know it's something I have to do. So that's all I have for this week. So I hope you all have a great weekend, and I will see you next time.